we're just gonna get straight into the game. Let's get straight into Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. I don't know what's pristine about it, but let's do it. Let's do it. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, good. I was worried
And at the end of
that I'd have to read then.
Is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Everyone could be a princess. Oh, okay, we get options, I guess. Have you considered maybe the only reason she's going to know because she's locked up? Clearly the princess seems kind of bad, that doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution! Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. I bet you can turn around and leave for an achievement or something. Oh, I don't know. There's like, I'm already spoiled for choices with like so many options for dialogue. Let's go with the top one.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
Oh, look.
Birds,
Oh, that's
no more
clever.
Trees, and perhaps most problematically of all,
It's
no more people.
layered animation.
You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess lost way end the world? What if you don't tell me why she's... If you don't tell me I'm going to kill her, do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason because she's locked up? Can you bit about it? Okay, so, okay.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Okay.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of
Okay, valid.
to society.
Which, to be fair, I am anti-monarchy, so... If I get some sort of reward for doing this, okay. So let's get this over with. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, maybe then I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. You still want evidence, though? We can ask if there's any evidence.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important
I was really
task?
worried that we were gonna I was gonna have to read all this, so I'm glad there's like a narrator. I'm very glad about that. Okay. Oh, let's do this then. Let's like say we're gonna.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what
Yeah,
happens.
okay.
But a word of warning: if you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words,
Like, I know she's not a
the
princess,
harder
but if it
it'll
was
be to pull
Camilla,
yourself out.
no questions asked. Pop her head off. If somehow it's Princess Di, I wouldn't do it.
Then each and every one of
Well,
us
although it is the end of the
doomed.
world. Who knows?
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses. not
Oh, okay,
slave
good,
them.
good.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Princess Peach 2. She'd probably, to be fair, she'd probably throw a mushroom at
The
me
interior
or something.
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Pristine cut. I get it now.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Just in case.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
She sounds
It's almost as
seductive.
if she's the one in charge down
Is
here.
she going to seduce me?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking out. Hey, I think I could be able to kill you. Let's just continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yes, I am.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really
I love
a
this
threat to the
animation
world?
as well. I love the black and white of it
Focus
all.
on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. What do you think? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay it now. Nah. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. Let's do that.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Morning, Poppin. How you doing today? What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry. Can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Slay the princess. I'm gonna try it.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Oh look, the knife is bloody on that as well now.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
Oh,
But
sounds
I have
tasty.
to wonder,
Sounds tasty, Poppin.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She said, I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of course. That was too easy. So if I added Digimon Blood Moons, oh, of course, it got delivered on Sunday, didn't it, Poppin? Did you play anything on it yet?
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Don't get too
I
close.
really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Okay, remove the blade, check for a pulse, you're alright, let's just, okay.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
His voice has changed. It was hoping a bit ending for 7 hard.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
Fair enough, Poppin.
No.
That's still exciting, though.
This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happy.
So we're just stuck in this cabin.
Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to do it? Of course we are. I like it here.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice.
So we have to go
There's only
down.
one thing it would want you to use that blade on.
Get the blade.
And I'm afraid that
Guessing it wants us to unalive ourselves?
He's right.
Yeah.
It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
We ain't using a blade, kill us. Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get us out of this hell, you're right. I don't like the idea. I didn't like the like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. Morning, Dread. How you doing today?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I don't think we'd be happy just staying in this room. I know the narrator's telling us we're happy, but I don't think we are. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not going to death over your weird hunch. Anything to get us out of this hell, you're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing for a little while longer. But this room's boring. Let's go with this one.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever.
Okay, we're going back down.
Times its time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust.
Oh, okay. I actually thought maybe her body was just going to be the same.
Pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Oh, that was literally just okay. Okay, I forgot that was just chapter 1. Okay.
Path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm gonna try and just leave straight away, see if anything happens. Turn around and leave.
Oh, do you think there's something else out there? All right.
You're gonna leave.
Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing
Old.
over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine. You're persistent. Go to the cabin house. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. The only thing that matters is I'm not going to the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. Hey, boy. How you doing today? Would it be a lie, though? Because it's the same.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Okay, so we don't really have a
Everything's
choice.
back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
You don't know where, but we just played this. Like we just did this exact same thing. So it's just so I thought I knew. Hey Percy, how you doing today? Okay, I'm going to cover through again, leave again. Let's just see. Let's just
really
see.
Keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we?
The villages are changing.
I don't know. But it feels like home.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds, undulations, pulse, louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up. Embrace the thoughts constricting you. This is a nightmare. Wake up. It's not. Oh, wait.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Did we actually go back a chapter, or is chapter 3 actually chapter 1? Oh, this is going to be a head scratcher, isn't it? This is going to be absolutely mind-boggling.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Okay, let's try
it will
again.
be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen Diablo hitting tab on the keyboard or R1 on your controller. Okay. Have you considered that maybe the because she's locked up? Okay, let's try this one because we didn't do this one before.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Don't think about it too much. Yeah, there's a really cool intro like warning, like follow through with your actions, don't worry about the consequences, like, you know, you got this, which was really cool. Will work. Oh sweet. Well, so when did you start?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Morning Diablo, how's it going?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
This is gonna confuse me so much, honestly. Okay, we already did that. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you moved? I'm okay with the world ending. I'm guessing if I click that, he'll be like, well, this isn't your first time playing this. Like, you know what's happening. So yeah, I've always wanted to off the monarchy. Yeah, let's do that one.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Excuse me.
You'll find the princess within.
Yeah, me too, Jared. Me too. Really clever so far.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Yeah, I really like the fact that like when I move the cursor around, it kind of gives like a 3D impression.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table.
Oh, okay, that's not terrible.
A blade.
But still, why didn't it all come together?
The blade is your implement.
Let's take the blade again.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light.
Okay, so she called out. Well, just checking on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Let's be happy about it.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
Oh, she sounds so just seductive still.
Down.
You walk down the stairs.
They forgot. They shared their job.
Eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Oh, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Wait, so what did we do the first time? The first time I actually did kill her. So this time... Let's go here with this one. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things
something.
out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
What's she trying to seduce? Well, that's the thing. We don't know if she's evil. We don't know if she's... We don't know anything about her, but she sounds seductive. So it's like, oh, because a woman sounds seductive, does that mean she's evil? You know, it's really clever. It's playing on those, like, I guess, concepts. Drop it, tighten your grip. Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess.
What big eyes she has.
Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Also, she's American, but all the others are, like, English voices, so... We can't trust her already. JK. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know where I'm okay with myself? Let's ask her name. Pretty horrific. Your words, not mine.
She hesitates before answering.
Amelia.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Relationship. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because I don't There's people out there who think. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Oh, Megan's not horrific. People just, well, the media paint her that way because she's not white, you know. She's not Kate. Fuck them all. Okay, so she wouldn't even tell name. Well, I've already tried to kill her, Diablo, but things went weird. So I'm trying to see how long I can go without killing her first to see if that opens up any new possibilities.
Do you?
We're currently going to end the world.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll
But you're not
talk.
talking, babe.
But this isn't talking.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
No, Lady Di was a good one.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me, but I'm sure they have their reason for it. Give information. No, I'm always glad to trust you. Don't trust them.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
To be fair, maybe she wants to die because she's been chained down here for so long.
She knows what she'd do.
Bury that,
She's
Keisha.
just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Okay, she's sounding a bit more like a person.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point.
Like, I'm starting to trust her now.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I just want to hear the truth, babe.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Maybe we'll make a deal with her or something.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
But we need her to show us that she trusts us as well.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How would I get you out of here? Okay, that's enough. Let me just explore this.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the
Oh, I
table.
don't know if I trust her.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
She's suggesting, like... I thought she was suggesting, like, trying to unlock the key with the knife.
She is. I'm sure.
Oh, Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Why you always lying? I like that. I like that meme. I like the key with the knife. I like the... Is that what I said? I mean, unlock the shackle with the knife. Unlock the lock with the knife. Oh, you know what I meant. Yeah, okay. Oops. Say to Princess, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do. I still don't know what I want to do. Yeah, I'm not Jill Valentine.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Thanks.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way.
Well, wouldn't she have found a way out already, though?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our
Okay,
sakes it's
I've
the
slayed
right
her.
one.
And then in back her here. I'm going to try this one.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
I don't trust the narrator.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Also, I just realized, like, the narrator's like the devil and the hero's like the angel. But because he's got hero in his name, you automatically think that he is to be trusted more than the narrator, I guess.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them
Maybe I'm
apart.
overthinking it.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's
He's
somewhere
British,
upstairs.
yeah. British people are all evil.
Whoever locked
Hi.
the princess away down here intended for her to never
Be good,
see the
yeah.
light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the keys are still laying around.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Okay, so she's doing a saw basically. She's suggesting they cut off her arm. Okay. So not use the knife to pick at the lock, but to cut her hand off. Morning, Greenie. How you doing?
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Got a door.
Your shouts and pleas
Oh,
are
I've clicked the
met
wrong
with
one.
silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the
Did the
task
narrator
is
lock us in
done.
here?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Who is it? I don't know. Play or save. Okay, I think I'm going to try and save the princess first. Because we've not done anything like this yet, so...
Against your better judgment,
Oof.
you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive...
She's got earwig eyes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Like, if she's evil, well, at least like we might be on her side now.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, Poppin. I thought so.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward. And
No,
raises
I don't
the
want
blade.
to. What is all this?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, damn it. They literally all say slay the princess.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess
Okay,
swiftly
good. That
moves
made me
out of
jump
the way
somehow.
before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here.
But we're seeing what happens if we slay her. It's boring. Is there another one? Resist. Okay, it's one resist. Let's go for resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She's just going to walk onto the blade.
She steps forward and pries the
Okay,
blade from
good.
your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Wait, why am I now so long?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Fuck. Okay, so we're on chapter 2 again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Oh, we got new options. Okay, sweet. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in it for it now. Unwise to your tricks. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Let's do this one.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
The 2 years games I've played, like 1, 5, 82, 3, a lot of was released. Okay, cool, nice. Yeah, I always find the Resident Evil games always have so much replayability. Oh, Greenie, you need some breakfast. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Wait, 3 of us?
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Wait, there's me and the hero. Was there someone else here?
Sure you
Oh,
are.
the skeptic. Okay, sorry, I forgot about that one.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
So am I supposed to enjoy, like, the nothingness if we do slay her?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know,
Who was the other voice that we heard in the other ending? I don't remember.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here.
Yet here we are.
Here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
I'm so glad that I don't have to read any of this. I was really worried that when I saw there was text and like people talking that I was going to have to read it. Like I didn't want to talk. Like, you know, yeah.
Just be quick about it.
Okay, the only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
But we can't even, like, leave this path because both routes go to the cabin, so we don't have a choice.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for?
A bit stupid reading stuff for me. I mean, wait, what?
Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets. You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Okay, so I think our nails are long because even though this is chapter 2, this is the second time we're doing chapter 2, so I think it's actually chapter 4. You still have Monster Hands? Yeah. So I think this is still 100 years later, or like hundreds of years, or like, not hundreds, but like years, decades later, maybe. There were lots of spiral skid marks on the grass for... Ew. That's gross. Thanks for that thing. But yeah, be careful of the spirals, please.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world."
Okay, but when did I write this?
This is an immutable truth. That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
Is there like a right way to do
I think
this?
we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Let's ask this as well.
Locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
People like to wait. Why couldn't they slay her? Why is it falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
I am?
You're the only person capable of doing this.
Oh.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh,
God.
I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right.
I'm the chosen one. I'm the slayer.
We're here
Death is my
because
gift.
we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please...
He's a very
just
naughty
get
boy.
to the cabin. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for
Maybe
all
it would
of us.
be. If you had to kill someone,
It
like,
sounds
probably
like
the
I'm hiding
less you know, the
something, but
better.
you're
The
just
more you
gonna
know,
have to
probably
trust me here.
make it worse. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the
I've never
whole
actually
world
seen
is
it.
waiting
I've never
with
actually seen any of the
bated breath for you
Monty
to
Python
save it
films.
from ruin. A warning.
Which I guess is kind of
before you go any
blasphemous for a Brit. Oh, now a warning?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
You better not.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Okay, what do we do this time, though?
The interior
it's different.
of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Oh, it didn't look like this
Few
before.
pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Morning, Trom. How you doing?
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched
Okay,
on its
it didn't
edge.
look like this before.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Taking away their future and their present world, and everyone would have first in life forward. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You did say anything about the mirror on the wall. The whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Well, this isn't a cabin.
Now, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before.
Oh, you gotta have some
I hope
breakfast,
this means
Trom.
you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't.
Oh, okay. He's changed it because he knows that we know that we've died before.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
And also, like, us seeing our hands still, that's got to be like a hint at, like, we know that all this is a lie. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you, Trom. I'm not too bad. I'm enjoying this. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Very me. You didn't say anything about a word on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Exactly, Dread.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
See, we can't trust him. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't really matter when I approach the mirror.
Let's not get caught up in vanity.
Oh,
We should
okay.
definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
Don't you dare, Diablo.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's all. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look.
Oh, he's taking it away.
But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important.
Wait,
We should keep our eyes
unless the
peeled.
princess put it there.
Be back.
Okay, let's take the blade. Wait, if we don't take the blade, then she can't kill us. Or where she can't stab us and we can't stab her.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you. Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
All exciting, pop in. Very exciting. All the good stuff. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase.
This is different as well.
A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Maybe Diablo, yeah. It's normal cabin basement. It's your sex dungeon, mate.
Does she remember us? You walk down
Oh,
the stairs
Jesus.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So this time, both her hands are chained and her neck. So she wouldn't be able to, like, we can't cut off both her arms and her neck to take, yeah.
So much for cutting her out.
Exactly.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Oh.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What was there then?
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
They added more chains? Yeah.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her. Say the princess. Let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance. Until
Oh, okay. So she's different this time as well. She's way more cautious and she's not as seductive.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit, yes.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall. Who is it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone like that. Princess.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
Okay, well now she's being...
I hope I don't actually have
Dr.
to say
Bean.
this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Wouldn't it be better for her to be less locked up if they really wanted me to kill her? Like, what if they just let her roam around free down here? And so, like, we would be defending ourselves by slaying her.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant?
But we don't know what happened to her.
The dark.
Well, they said it has to be asked, didn't they?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation.
Not
You shouldn't be daydreaming.
the call out. You're about me. What do you mean? What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again.
Okay, so
More of them.
once we die, it kind of just resets.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Yeah, this is
You're
true.
looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
What would you have me do? You think I'm... Oh, I don't know.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Oh my god, can you imagine?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional.
I mean, she didn't
Or
feel
more
pain.
reason not to
Maybe,
trust
maybe,
her.
oh, maybe this just isn't real then. In the world of the game.
Unless she really could survive.
That's why she, like, didn't care about cutting her forearm before.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Let's ask her about this.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and
Will
watch
she
me
appears
work.
then?
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems...
I kind of want to see her cut her own head
Maybe
off.
she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Just spelling
know.
out our options, listing the pros and cons.
So the skeptic is clearly leaning more towards the narrator.
Let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, she spoke about trust before, so maybe let's explore this.
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Okay, let's do this one.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Don't give it up now. I was going to say, you're the one changed. You mean not me? Okay, I'm trusting you. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this only because I want to see her cut her own head off. Which sounds twisted, but yeah. I'd kill her back.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, Rory tried to take over your body. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as
Oh, she likes it
reaches
when we
down to
watch.
pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
God.
What is she doing?
She's going to cut off her head.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Oof.
No.
Look away, watching an easy silence. I want to see it.
Her eyes
I want to see what happens.
unblinking as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches
Oh, the
forward,
sound.
the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally
Ooh.
it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Oh my god. Snap back into place, it'll be funny. Bend and snap?
Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations.
Description as well.
Saved
Yeah,
the
the sound of the snap as well.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to...
But surely that can't count because I didn't
She
kill
is
her, she killed
gone.
herself.
Isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
I really thought that like she was gonna just pick up the knife and just cut her hands off. Do that though? Maybe because she knows it's just gonna repeat
Now,
itself.
hold on. She's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with
Love
this
you.
dangling thread. I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Hey Happy, how you doing? Take the princess. Wait, why would we take the princess with us?
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Okay, it's valid.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Oh, the
You
outside is gonna
think
be all weird
seeing yourself
again.
off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago,
This is what happened
only thing
before.
now is the
We're gonna get
vast
older and
emptiness
die.
of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
This is our reward.
This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Let me out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of
It says, trust me.
eternity. Your reward, like I just told you.
But what if you should trust them?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
How can I be happy if I'm bored?
Decades. No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
You know, so I'm happy. What do you suggest then? I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now. I don't know I'm getting. Very happy I'm going to accept my reward now.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it.
Thank you.
More happy time passes,
Oh god.
though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
He's just saying things.
Well, of course, it's the
Your
narrator.
voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Oh.
No, you
Oh.
stop that. Stop all this nonsense. You really don't want to be happy, do you?
Okay, that's funny.
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves.
No,
to
because we
start
used it on
over.
ourselves last time.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Is it? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself. Anyway, slay yourself. Sorry, but we're not doing that.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
But I liked being happy. Are you really going to take it away from me? Give the blade to the voice of the skeptic. Slay yourself. Sorry, but we're not doing that. Oh god, these decisions, they're so... I don't know.
That wasn't real happiness. The truth is still
Okay.
out there for us to find, but we can't find it here. Alright. I'll make this quick. You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose? Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear. Yeah, fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cuts it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Oh my god, we actually made it to chapter 3. This is the first time we made it to chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods.
Jesus Christ.
All done. That wasn't so bad, was it, buddy? But it was so bad. I don't...
Oh god, now we have the voice of the broken as well.
I don't like being cold and alone in the dark. I don't think anybody likes dying, but hey, at least it's over. We got better. And now we can move on. Things will work out this time. I know it.
Hey Wolfram, how you doing today?
Oh, don't coddle him. For all we know, we'll have to die hundreds of times to get to the bottom of things. Maybe even thousands.
But I wonder how many playthroughs of this
We
is
need to
possible.
toughen up.
Like all different options to pick.
Toughen up? You're both freaks. I'm
Freak.
not a rational reaction to what just happened. I'm normal. A normal person gets traumatized from dying. And from watching someone cut her own head off. Hold on, did you say thousands? How can it possibly take us thousands of lives to find a
But
way
yeah, I'm
out?
not surprised.
Obviously, we need a large sample size.
There was like over 100
In order
achievements
to
for this
figure out
game.
our optimal plan, we need statistical significance. I'll have you know that my reality is not a data point in your misguided attempt at
Okay,
an
that's clever.
experiment.
Oh, good Wolfram. I'm glad you don't have headache today. I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, I know that.
You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my
No
world
worries.
are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Should we talk about how we still had the blade? We've never started with the blade before. She died last time, and the way you decided to figure out what's going to ahead of her. Do we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time. I was happy with the Eternal Bliss last time. No way out, but through. Let's go see her. See this one.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed. Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it? Holding a weapon shouldn't feel so natural. It's proof that we're being guided by an unfeeling lunatic. We need to try talking to her.
So there was no way to, like, get her to escape last time.
Oh, should we talk about our feelings?
Surely.
That'll get us nowhere. Trust me. They're too easy for her to manipulate, too illogical. We can't puzzle our way out of things if we listen to our heart. I don't think I even need to comment on that. What a sorry,
sorry voice you are.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well.
Wait, does that mean
I
there's another
suppose
blade
that
at the
doesn't
cabin?
make
Do we
much
get two
sense anyway.
blades?
It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Do you know last time in the... Okay, are you sure we even need to slay her? She cut off her own head last time. I was having eternal bliss. I'm not taking the weapon again.
So I didn't mishear you earlier. That doesn't make any sense, though. She's not supposed to be suicidal.
I thought she was going to live through it, honestly. Like, I thought she was going to be magical or something. The last time. Yeah.
More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
I don't think we were happy. I don't think we can be happy here.
Okay, I don't want that reward.
Oh, so now you're on team. Dying was good. Took you long enough.
Well, what's done is done, and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not.
You always have this time. I'm not taking a blade. No, wait. Let's get rid of the blade.
Serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right.
Do it. She can't talk to us at knife point. That's no way to get a real conversation started.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
Thanks, Wolfram. Do it to display fire and have it. I'll keep it. Okay, let's keep it. Maybe we'll be able to toss it if we get back to the basement again.
Good.
Yes, great. Now, will you get to the cabin already? In case you've forgotten, the princess, the fate of the entire world, etc., etc.
Oh, it's December soon. I'm gonna have to excuse me, get the Christmas emotes ready.
You stand
Oh,
at the edge
Jesus.
of a cliff.
That's very
The abyss
different.
yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The
That's so
only
cute.
path
Thank you,
forward,
Wolfram.
a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
It's dreary, but of course it is. We're dreary, and so is she.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that. Every surface of the cabin is draped in
Jesus.
the air filled with the mock bird song of metallic clinks.
Maybe she's gonna be like a
Where there should be
cast
walls,
iron
you can
check,
see
like
only endless ropes of
full
metal
body cast or
with
something.
hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting
Hey,
cage
that's
for a
good. I never
monster
watched that.
destined to end the world.
It wasn't really my thing. This is so silly. Yay! When's it being delivered? Do you know?
There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits.
There's no basement, mate.
Huh. That mirror's back again. Why?
What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It doesn't matter. What are we going to do, look at ourselves? I've had enough introspection.
But it does matter. It's obviously important. It has to be. Otherwise it wouldn't be here.
Oh, because it's Chris. Of course. Forgot about that.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Approach the
You
mirror.
step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor.
Yeah. Maybe the mirror is. Maybe we're putting it there and we don't realize it.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is
Oh,
only
fuck.
a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Yeah, there's loads of shorties, Wolfram. It's funny, lots of tools and shorties.
Respect her.
Or we just happened to fall through an unstable floor. She's a prisoner here. How much agency do you think she has?
More than you'd like, I'm sure.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended
Oh
in
my
what
God.
appears to be a vast, dark space.
What in the
Waiting
Hellraiser?
with yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
Damn. Agency, you say, welcome in 50 rings. How's it going? Up to his nipples? Barely, Wolfram, barely.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom.
Is he trying to make it look as grim as possible so we just slay her quicker, maybe?
Of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Hello, are you mad at me? So you can come back to, look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. Supposed to be sorry. Why the hell did you cut your head off? Attack her. Wait for her to make the first move.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing.
Oh god, they're tied together.
Your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
She's missing her head. Well, she has her head in like a little cage.
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
She left her head there. But he said, like, take the princess's body. He didn't say anything about the head before.
So much for talking it out. Doesn't seem like she's too interested, does it?
We still have that blade. Maybe there's something we can do to get out of this.
What good would it do us? We should have gotten rid of it. She'll never trust us now.
What? But
Not after
we gave her what she
everything we've
wanted.
done.
Wait away with me. I've only ever tried to help me down. Killing me is going to fix what you happened to you. You cut off you. You can't be mad at me about it. Attempt to cut yourself free. Oh, take the princess with you? Oh, I thought I said take the body. That makes sense. Swing. Cut your head off and I'll say that.
You try to move your arm, but the hooks buried deep in your wrist and elbow keep you firmly, painfully in place. You do your best to rotate the knife in your palm, but it only clinks against the metal chain, unable to do so much as leave a scratch.
Oh, she's coming
body takes
closer.
another step towards you. The
Well, we don't know that she's trying to
chains
kill us or hurt
hooks
us.
boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
The poor thing. She thinks it's easier to be detached. But buried pain is still pain, whether she knows it or not.
She remembers what happened, but I gave her the knife because she said she could escape. So I don't think I did anything wrong.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Controversy. Talking about your body is a present. It's you. What do you mean? You just watch it. Explore. Drop the blade.
You're a step ahead of me. That means you finally get it. I'm happy for you. I really am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The
Oh
pressure
god,
on
she's
your
gonna
limbs is
tear her
becoming
limbs off.
unbearable.
You give me your implement. See? You already did that one.
You begin to black out.
I cut myself free.
She's right. We're trapped in a cycle, and I think it's too late for us to get out.
You set me up to fail. I can't make real choices strung up like this. And you refuse to make any choices at all. What have I supposed to do? Did you want me to carry David around and go with me? I thought you were dead. Please stop. Just what I'm going to die if you don't stop.
We're both going to die. And dying won't stop us from doing this again. And again. And again.
God, are we going to end up in space at this rate?
It would be so much easier if you just gave in with me.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air.
I don't think we can hold on to you much longer.
I think we're about to break.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Oh, wow. You're falling, the world is spinning, and then you hit the ground, your body lights in a way that is sickeningly wrong and roll to a stop. The sound of rattling chains and a heavy thud as the rest of what was once you falls to the ground somewhere nearby. Is she gonna... No. Is she gonna put our head on top of hers? You are unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to look, even looking around as the princess's body steps towards you, one slow rhythmic step after another. It stoops down to pick up an ice, to pick you up, and then a shadow rises behind the body, blade glinting.
And now, the cut.
It strikes and it strikes true, and the body drops its cage in pain. They descend on each other in a maelstrom of chains and hooks and feathers and blood, fighting their way deep into the shadows until all you're left to witness are body parts, I guess. I don't know, it's cut off.
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
I didn't let go. You ripped my head off. What are we supposed to do now? You didn't cut yourself free. My body is still the one with the knife. Doesn't that mean it? I must have had head. I thought that would be the end of me. I guess that. Yeah.
My body ripped your body's head off. I didn't have anything to do with it. You get it. It's not like you're responsible for what your body is doing to mine now. You and I just watch, like we've been doing since the beginning.
So you and the princess watch as your bodies weave in and out of the shadows, performing their lethal dance.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
The movement is so gorgeous, primal, uninhibited, still crashing against steel and flesh rolling off of flesh.
It's all going to come to a head soon. Head.
And at last, the climax plays out. Your body, wreathed in chains and shadows, makes its final move, but so does hers. Chain shatters spine and blade pierces heart.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Both hers and yours collapse. Their dance completes. Blood drips from the princess's mouth and she coughs.
It's cold, but that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Ooh. You do not get the chance to respond. Something has ripped her from you, and it's left something else in her place. You approach the mirror. Get into your reflection. The body, it's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. God, you are at the cabin. Jesus. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns.
returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're the thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of here. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to the princess? What you have? Do you? Are you the princess? What happens now? You're like every day. Oh really? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Oh my.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to save the princess up from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
What if
Everything, until we meet again.
I'm going to forget it all?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Of course I remember her.
You won't.
Oh. Everything goes dark and you die. Shit, chapter 1 again.